Yep. Good to be back here in Bartow Arena. Play 2 games at home against a very good Louisiana Tech team. I think at 6-1, they're playing at a very, very high level right now, coming off a week where McCree was Player of the Week and I think Bracey was Freshman of the Week. So very good matchup. I expect a very competitive game.
You can be at full strength tomorrow.
I think he's trending that way. So today will be a big test for him to see if he can practice. He has not practiced really this week yet, but he's been feeling better day by day, and he got out there and did some shooting yesterday. So it kind of depends on how he feels.
What exactly happened?
Yeah.
What you could tell? What bothered him? I mean, his knee?
When he went up for a shot there, and I think he came down, missed the shot or got blocked, and he tried to extend up, and his knee, what it looked like was kind of extended, like bended back really, really hard. So he originally he had a lot of pain in the back of his knee, which was a cause of concern for us at the time. But after after examining him and everything, it was just a hyperextension and a bruise from that hyperextension. So it's a pain tolerance thing. He really can't do much to hurt it. He's got a brace. He's going to try to see if he can play with the brace. So that's kind of where we're at with him.
Deion's been playing pretty well. I guess really since you put him back coming off the bench. What's up? Is he kind of playing how you thought he might?
Yep. I think Deion the last 4 or 5 games is exactly the kind of player we thought he potentially could be, just affecting the game in many ways. Offensively, now he's scoring the basketball. He's getting to the paint. He's getting fouled. He's still a creator. He's guarding really, really well. So I think this is he's playing off the ball and on the ball for us a little bit more as of late. So I think, and he's only a sophomore. So I think definitely this is kind of what we expected from him.
You talked about Hakeem's shooting, but I mean, just I guess moving on defense.
Yeah.
From what you see, what's the thing I guess that's slower to come up to speed? Is it the shot or is it moving on defense from what you've seen?
For him,
yeah.
I think it's more his quickness and being able to move both, defensively and attacking the basket. I've made it clear. I think he's one of, if not the best, on-the-ball defender in Conference USA. He's on that 5-game win streak. He did a remarkable job on multiple guys defensively. That is by far the biggest thing we miss when he's not out there. Saturday was a perfect example of two of their guards going for over 20 points and one of them going for a career high, and one of those guys Hakeem would have been guarding most of the game. So I think for him it's being able to move defensively and attack the basket, be able to explode off that and use his quickness.
Coach, talk about I know it's not tomorrow as the Tory War, just
Yeah.
about that.
I guess when I first got to UAB, I kind of got to know Torrey. He was, when I was at Virginia Tech in Maryland, he was an assistant at Ole Miss for a little bit, and then he went to Illinois State. And so knowing his mom was here in Birmingham when we first got the job, seeing him on the road, talked about how athletic and energetic and his personality, and to be able to help raise some money that goes to his foundation, is an honor, and he's not only in UAB, but to be honest in the coaching circles, he's sorely missed, and always keeping his family in our thoughts.
What kind of challenge with McCree, pretty good player for? What kind of challenges he provide?
He's big time challenge for us. He really hurt us last game. We've had some battles with him where I think we've got the best of him at times. He's got the best of us over the last couple of years. For our 4s and 5s, he's really quick. He can shoot and he has great size. And he, again, down at La Tech last year, I thought he was the reason they won. I remember him. I think he was Player of the Week after our game last year, I believe, because he scored close to 30 points. And it's a tremendous defensive challenge for Ha, Chris, Tyler, and Tosin. It's going to take all 4 guys to slow him down.
If Hakeem is unable to play or limited, what's got to happen, I guess, for your perimeter?
We're going to have to keep them in front of us big time. They are very fast. They're quick. The point guard is, from what I've seen, is phenomenal. We're going to have to really keep them out of the paint because they're very athletic. And, Hakeem's defensive presence, that's one of the things he does best, is be able to guard people, keep them in front. So it's going to have to be Denzel, JD, Dirk, or Dion, we're all going to have to do a better job of keeping the basketball in front, which we didn't do great on Saturday.
After having a nice streak going and then losing tough on the road, I mean, just talk about the guys, I guess, mental state or whatever this week.
Yep.
Seem okay with it?
I think they're eager to get back on the court. We've too many times, especially early in the season, we fought through. When we've lost, we've responded well, and you don't want to lose, obviously, and put yourself. But to our credit, and goes back since these kids have been younger, they have really responded after losses. I think they're very aware of La Tech, just from the history, and they keep up with how good they're doing, and we've let them know. And I think a lot of these guys, McCree especially, who they've played against for a couple years, they know they have a lot of respect for. So I expect us to respond in a very positive manner, and they have been, the last couple of days in practice.
You guys worry about or keep up with your place in the standings or anything like that at this point of the year?
No, 6-7 games in, I think we are, a little bit. This is an older team, so for me, I use that stuff with them. A younger team, when these guys were younger, we never talked about it 2 years ago. We just played every game, and just see what happened. But we want to put our goal, we've talked about putting ourselves in a position to be successful here in Birmingham down to BJCC. To do that, you probably, history shows you have to get a good seed. So I think there's definitely that's in the back of these guys' mind because the tournament's here in Birmingham, because we've been through it, because we were the number 1 seed last year. And I think, I still feel really good about our guys. I think, with 11 games left, 7 of them at home, we have to protect Bartow Arena and play good basketball. And I think we can still have a really, really strong finisher.
I'm with Kaleidoscope doing a piece on Tyler's career here.
Yeah.
How, especially with Hakeem being hurt, how has his role changed over his Warriors, and especially now that Hakeem's
Yeah, Tyler Madison. Yeah, Tyler has, I think, the biggest thing with Tyler is he's gone from freshman, sophomore who, played some to now he's a more of a leader for us. He's our energy guy. We talk about that, how much energy he brings to the team, not only with his play, but just his infectious attitude and his leadership. Depending on with Hakeem, Tyler could play some different positions. When he started here, he played more of the wing, 2 and 3. Now this year he's played more of the 4, so he's really played a couple different positions since he's been here. He's one of our physically toughest players. He plays that way. That has really helped us throughout his career. Just talking about Tyler, I told this to people all the time. He has 9 offensive rebounds, I want to say, in the Iowa State game. When he was a sophomore, we don't win that game if he doesn't get, I think, 9 offensive rebounds in 13 minutes. Something amazing. And again, he's been a huge part of our program. From 30 minutes down the road, he was one of our first recruits here. That first recruiting class with Denzel and him and Tosin, and I thought he's been just a staple in our program for the last couple of years.
I feel good. I think, the coming off the bench and moving to the 2 a little bit has helped, but I think it's more just, taking a year off away from the game is kind of hard. So just getting back into the swing of things and getting back into rhythm, finding spots, has helped a lot more than just coming off the bench and stuff.
When did you kind of really start to feel, I know you were playing a lot of minutes, when did you kind of start to feel like you were actually playing high, you're capable of feeling good out there?
When did I felt good in the Rice game.
Yeah.
And then, I had a little dip in the Western Kentucky game, and then Marshall felt good. So probably since we started conference, I would say.
I've heard people say after starting and then seeing coming off the bench, they see the flow of the game.
Yeah.
They almost prepare themselves a little bit more by seeing the flow before they get into the game. Is that real?
Yeah, it might be for some people, but it's not for me. I've started all my life, even when I was a freshman, I started, and so it's kind of not really anything that I'm not used to. It's just, I was in a funk after, redshirting all year, and so coming back and getting back in rhythm and stuff was hard for me at the beginning of the season. So I think now that I'm used to it, it took me a while, but I feel like I'm starting to find my way again.
I guess if Hakeem's out or limited, Coach said he's trending towards playing on Thursday, but if he's not quite to 100%, what do you guys have to do better to defend against Louisiana Tech compared to last game?
I think we just have to guard the ball. I think it's a team effort. I think against FIU we kind of got selfish and we're glued to our man on the weak side a little bit, and someday we allowed some dribble penetration. So I think if we stay in the gaps defensively and guard as a team, I think we'll be pretty good.
that guy scored like 37 against you guys. What's kind of going through your mind when you're watching that guy shoot 12 times or 20 times, I think, and only missing once?
Yeah, he was 11 of 12 on the game, and he saw some tough shots go in early. You know, he hit a couple late shot clock threes, and then after that he got some easy layups, and then he was just in a rhythm, and it was tough to slow him down in the second half after he seen the ball go in so many times.
Coach was saying that sometimes he kind of uses the record, I guess, where you guys sit in the conference standings. He's not afraid to tell you guys or use that as motivation because this is a veteran team.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a real motivating factor?
Yeah.
Where you kind of are and where you are the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, we played La Tech, who's second in the conference, and we're third right now, tied with Marshall. So I think, you know, we play La Tech only once this year. So if we play them and we beat them in the head-to-head, that gives us a leg up in the conference tournament. So I think that this is a really important game, and I think that the guys know that, and we're going to be prepared.
Talk about how your role has changed just this year. With Nick going down,
Yeah.
kind of sliding over, now you're sort of sliding back over to
Yeah.
I know it's been a challenge for you.
Yeah. I mean, I always consider myself a combo guard, you know, somebody that can play kind of the 1 and the 2. And so, but when Nick went down, I wasn't expecting to play full-time point guard minutes, you know, before Nick got hurt. So when he went down and I moved over, it was kind of tough for me to get adjusted, you know, already coming off of a redshirt year where I never played with this team before. It was a new coach and all of that. So I didn't really know what to expect. Now I'm playing a new position, and so then it was really a lot. So, you know, Zell has stepped up a lot lately, and you know we can keep using what he's been bringing to the team, and so I think we're starting to find it now after tough loss at SIU.
More comfortable now? Is that the best way to describe it?
Yeah, I think so. More confident, more comfortable, a lot of things. It was just, you know, having to see it go in a couple times, see the ball go in, have a couple good games, realize that, you know, you can play the same way you were when you left. You just had to find it again.